The following is a special presentation of the Simulation Football League.
St. Clair flips it out to H.O. Got a lot of space. Beautiful block. H.O. is all by himself, and you will never catch that man. Touchdown, New York Knights. Holy mother of Sim. Red Feather back to pass against a four-man rush. Red Feather steps up, fires the back of the end zone, and it's picked. He threw another pick. Oh, he threw another pick. Oaken Shield.
That is exactly what he didn't want to happen.
And Snyder's going to shake off a tackle, and Snyder's got still going. Snyder, you got to be kidding me! Snyder, touchdown! It's a blaze for this team. Juan Bosco, touchdown! Santa Fe!
Hello, 2K sports fans. Are you ready?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Metro Stadium, the beautiful city of Buffalo, New York, as we have finally reached our game of the week, as the 3-3 San Francisco Bulldogs are set to take on the 4-3 New York Knights. And alongside me is my friend and colleague, Greg Morris. How you doing today, Greg?
Doing great. Hello, Fight fans.
Bulldogs, because the Pride won earlier today, this is now an elimination game for San Francisco. If they lose, they're done. If they win, they complicate everything just that much further and make some of those other teams right in the middle of the pack just a little bit more happy.
You guys ready? This should be fun.
Yeah, so I would imagine there are quite a few people pulling for them dogs.
Give us heads.
It is tail.
Sometimes when they make the coin flip and they say give us, sounds like they're saying something.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we can go, I'm guessing we can't go into those details.
No, we can't.
Here we go! The Sunday Showcase, finally, after an overtime matinee between Cleveland and Tallahassee, New York and San Francisco, we're underway. From the 6-yard line, the Bulldogs return up to the 25-yard line, and boy, San Francisco was supposed to wear white pants today, and well, they just the equipment manager forgot to bring them with them, and well, there you go.
That's a fired equipment manager. Although it shouldn't have any impact on the game today. Let's see what Mr. Jasper Hart has in store for him today, though.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line with 4 receivers for Jasper Hart. Last time San Francisco was in this building, they beat the Knights as Hart swings it outside. That pass is caught by Rex Norton, who knocks over a teammate. That's a 5-yard gain up to the 31.
That wasn't very nice.
So, Greg, what do you believe are the keys to the game today?
Stopping, park, heat, shoot. Stopping, park, heat, shoot.
Is it just that simple?
It's that simple.
2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line out of the I formation. And Xavier Brunson is to the top of the screen, and he'll hand it off to Keanu Tuiasosopo for the first time today, and he got planted in the ground at the 31-yard line by Bobby Law, who still leads the league in tackles, and he showed why right there.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Law is he's a devastating hitter. Mr. Law is a devastating hitter as well, as he gets to the ball carrier extremely fast, and when he gets there, he brings the wood with him.
3rd down 5 at the 31. The handoff to Tuiasosopo. Oh, Tuiasosopo blasted again in the backfield. And DJ McCrew there to make the stop. And that's a good start for the New York Knight defense here this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. They have a decent defense. I mean, they can bring it when they need to. And on that occasion, 3 and out for the Dogs.
So 4th down and 6. Quick 3 and out here for San Francisco to start the ball game. Bulldogs in a must-win situation today as they punt it away. New York will return from their 35-yard line, and a nice return up to the 42-yard line. So Out comes Parkey Chol along with West St. Clair and others. And, you know, Parkey Chol's been outdone in the past couple of weeks by David Overstreet and Richard Snowden. They have been out of control.
Oh, yeah, but I expect him to catch up pretty quick. I mean, maybe the Dogs have something for him today, but we'll see.
So first down and 10 at the 42-yard line with a tight set here for the Knights. Two backs in the backfield. San Francisco showing a blitz. They come with it. Parkey Chol gets around. Oh, Parkey Chol made two people miss. Breaks a tackle, and it doesn't take too long to get him going. First down for the little dynamo.
Yeah, the little dynamo, Mr. Parkey Chol. He attended UCLA, by the way. His parents migrated from. Is that right? Migrated from Korea, South Korea?
I think so. Whatever you want to call it.
Oh, okay.
The Bruin picks up a first down. He's struggled over the past couple of weeks. New York has lost 2 of 3. They've sort of kind of hit a rough patch in the middle of the season, and they're trying to get out of that. First and 10 at the 35-yard line after a brilliant run from Hee Cho. Exact same formation. 4 down linemen for New York, San Francisco, everyone tight in the box, and this time Parkey Chol is covered, but Parkey Chol gets away from 4 defenders again for a first down at the 14-yard line. Unbelievable.
Mama, there goes that man. He's come in with a chip on his shoulder. He's coming in with something to prove today. Because, see, Parkey Chol, here's what the defensive coordinators have to understand. He's got cat-like agility. He's got unbelievable speed, and he's got another gear, which is a multiplier once he gets out in the open field.
So first and 10 of the 14. Again, they will go the same formation with 2 backs in the backfield. Just keep doing what's working. Gonna hand it off to Hee Cho for a third straight time around the right side inside the 10. 5, and Parkey Chol split off a defender and scores! 3 plays, no problem. Touchdown, New York.
Defense is the way to stop Parkey Chol is you have to sprinkle in some blitzes off the edges for him because he's an edge runner, and if he makes that corner on you, it's bye-bye mama.
But how many broken tackles just on those 3 plays? I mean, San Francisco, not terrible pursuit at the point of attack. He just looks like a whole different man out there.
San Francisco has some good defenders on the other side of the ball too, and I'm kind of stunned by the tackling. And another thing about Parkey Chol, and here's something that defensive coordinators probably don't take into account, is he has such great cardio, he very rarely gets tired. While the defense gets tireder and tireder, Parkey Chol is just kicking it into another gear.
So it's 7-0 here early on. San Francisco goes 3 and out, and Keanu Tuiasosopo, who's been the hotter of the 2 running backs over the past month, he gets shut down, -1 yard on 2 carries, and could not have asked for a better start here for New York.
Yeah, this is ideal for them.
So the Knights will kick it away. Once again, the major announcements coming up at halftime. San Francisco on the return. Nice return up to the 34-yard line. And that's where San Francisco will start with the football. So the Bulldogs wearing their blue helmets, white jerseys, blue pants. They were supposed to be wearing white. Oh, well. Blue numbers, red and white trim for New York. The gold helmets, charcoal-colored jerseys and pants, red numbers, red and gold trim. First and 10 of the 34, and San Francisco starts out of the I. And back to pass, Jasper Hart. He'll check it down to Tui, and Tui's got some room to run. Bounces off a tackle, pushed backwards by Bobby Law, 5-yard gain.
That was a strange defensive shift by New York. I don't even know what that was.
Take a guess.
It looked like some kind of hybrid shell.
They do some weird things sometimes in New York. 2nd and 5 at the 38. 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff to Tuiasosopo. Met in the backfield again. A 2-yard loss. And New York's run defense is out of control right now.
Yeah, they got the horns out, baby. They're bringing the bull with them too.
3rd down and 7 for San Francisco, who right now is a little shell-shocked by the start of this game. Jasper Hart has a good pocket, And that pass is caught wide open over the middle to the 48-yard line. The O-line made that one happen to Brunson. So moving to chains, first down for San Francisco.
Yeah, Xavier Brunson is a Stanford grad. He was a 3-time All Pac-12. Guess it helps if you're 6'5" and 245 pounds.
I think it does help. First and 10 at the 48, 8:08 to go. 2 backs and 3 receivers. Hart back to pass. Oh, Hart's going to get blown up in the backfield. A 6-yard loss.
Blown up, sir.
First sack of the day by either team. How about DHNYC being very critical of me? Thanks for nothing, Irvine, in the chat regarding the uniforms. I'll take that as a sense of humor comment. I was up till 8 o'clock in the morning and got 2 hours of sleep leading up to this game. You are more than welcome. So sorry. 2nd and 16 at the 43. Out of the eye. San Francisco in a bit of trouble here in the early going. Back to pass. Jasper Hart. He'll step up, fire it. That pass is caught wide open. Donald Miller. How do you let that guy so wide open for a 14-yard gain?
That was also a great pass by Jasper Hart, the way he stepped up in the pocket to deliver that pass.
Donald Miller's first grab of the day. Sets up a 3rd down and 2.
6'6", Iowa State grad.
And San Francisco, like a couple other teams in the league, Oklahoma City comes to mind. And I'm trying to. There's one other team that just escapes me. Honolulu, with just a lot of athletic, big, tall receivers.
Oh yeah, and you need them in this league, really.
3rd down and 2 at the 9:44. Decent drive here for the Bulldogs, considering handoff to Tuiasosopo. He gets around the left side, got a first down. But again, New York was in the backfield there and nearly another TFL.
Oh yeah, but I kind of feel like Tuiasosopo, he does need to get off the snide here if the Bulldogs have any chance of even competing in this game.
So 1st down and 10, 6:42 to go in the first quarter. Out of the eye, Donald Miller to the bottom of the screen, the lone receiver. 4-down lineman, they hand off to Tui up the middle, and Tuiasosopo's wrapped up quickly. Only a 1-yard gain, and that tackle's made by Morales.
This defense here, they are making some pretty, they're making sure tackles. First man up, get him.
The exact opposite of what San Francisco's story has been so far.
Yeah, they're short arming the runner.
4 receivers, 2 to either side for a Hart. Ball at the New York 38-yard line. And Hart drops 5 steps back, fires it down the field. That pass knocked away beautifully, intended for Miller. Marco Silva, the silver corner right there on him. That'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Marco Silva, BYU. Man, can you imagine going to BYU and those rules they have in place for the students?
Unbelievable.
Yes, very much so.
But hey, every game's on national television or whatever the BYU network is on. Cool stadium, though.
Oh, it is.
I'll give him that. 3 receivers out of the shotgun. Jasper Hart back to pass. 3rd down and long. Swings it out left side. Oh, nearly picked off and tapped back into play by Silva. Law could not come down with it, but the San Francisco drive stalled just outside of field goal range.
Bobby Law, he gets to the ball carrier. He's also a good run stopper as well as great coverage skills, and he should have really had that one and taken it to the house.
And Waikia 31 asks how many goal wide receivers are there, and Donald Miller is the only one. It's kind of hard to believe. If you were setting up a team, would you shell out the money for a big-time wide receiver, or would you go in a different direction?
If I did, I'd have his tongue hanging out because I would use him so much.
Trying to save the ball from going into the end zone, but a little overacting there for San Francisco as the Knights will get it on the 20.
It's almost like you heard, yippee, right as he was diving into the end zone.
So while New York starts their second possession, although I should probably wait until we see who gets the ball, because if Parkee Cho gets it, it's probably going to be an exciting play.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 20. Again, tight set. The Knights have not gotten out of this set this whole game, and San Francisco's got 10 in the box. Can they contain Heachel? That's been the big question. Heachel around the right side. Oh, Heachel's got some room. 1 man to beat. Parkee Cho breaks another tackle. He Andrew Ball's not going to catch him. Boy, I'm glad I waited. Touchdown, New York Knights.
Loudy, loudy, loudy.
Boy, you know, you got to respect selling all out for the run. But my goodness, you got to have some better angles than that.
Well, therein lies the problem. You just saw that. If you do sell out and he breaks that line, he's gone. Especially a back like Park He-Chul. He has that second gear and he just turns into the lightest speed of light.
This is pretty unbelievable out of San Francisco. This team has looked, if we're being honest, over the last 3 weeks, this team has looked like a better ball club than the Knights. The Knights lost to the Dragons.
Right.
The Bulldogs beat the Dragons impressively, scoring 37 points. And today, Park He-Chul, just a man among boys, he's taken over like an MVP should.
I figured he'd have a good game, but nothing like this. And if San Francisco doesn't figure it out pretty quick, they're going to go fishing early.
So 14-0 now. Interestingly enough, the Dragons held a 14-0 lead early in the first quarter and almost lost that game yesterday to Minneapolis. So, I mean, it's pretty early here, but a good start here for New York as San Francisco returns up to the 28-yard line.
That was a strange game yesterday.
Oh, man. Killing the box score.
Right.
Yeah, my hands have still not recovered from punching all those buttons. So what do you want to see out of San Francisco here on this drive?
I'd like to see him be able to use Tuiasa Sopo a little bit more, but the Knights aren't having any of it. They are just basically saying, we're not going to allow you to run today.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. San Francisco struggling here in the first quarter. Jasper Hart's going to fire it deep. That pass is nearly picked, but then almost caught on the ground. Good defense from Salvador on Miller down the field. And the last year's All-Star picks up a pass defense.
Yeah, Jesus Salvador is out of the Dominican Republic. He was recruited to FIU, Florida International, to be a pitcher. He got injured, Tommy John surgery, and everybody knows about that, and the rest is history. So he went to football.
His arm looked pretty good on that play. 2nd down and 10 of the 28. 3 receivers for San Francisco, who's really struggling right now. And Tuiasa Sopo's going to be buried in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. He's got 3 yards on 6 carries. Meanwhile, Park He-Chul has a $138 and 2 scores already. Leaving you speechless.
Well, as they say in GTS society, oh my.
Back to pass Hart on a 3rd down and 11. He throws it deep. That pass is caught. Boy, a much-needed conversion on 3rd down there to Miller.
Miller needs to start earning his teeth. And I don't understand why Jasper is having such a tough time hitting Miller, by the way, because Miller is such an excellent route runner. I mean, he's just creamy smooth on those routes. So 9 times out of 10, he's going to win his battle with whoever's on.
1st and 10 at the 47 now. 4 wide receiver look. There's a 4-3 defense out there for the Knights. Ball on the right hash mark, and Tuiasa Sopo to the backfield. Back to pass. Hart nearly sacked. Swings it outside. Wide open. That is number 87 on the catch. He got a 1st down on the night, 42. Nice throw there from Hart.
Yeah, very good throw. And those are the kind of throws we're accustomed to from Jasper. Because he's got a 50 caliber arm. He could probably throw it down the field on the line.
3 receivers, and Hart is directing traffic here. 4-2-5 defense for the Knights. Back to pass Hart. Hart pump fake, has to check it down. Tuiasa Sopo going to be wrapped up quickly. And look at the Knights. They've got 8 players on the screen.
Oh, look like a feeding frenzy then. Tuiasa Sopo looked like he's looking at Hart. Why you throw it to me, man? Why you throw it?
Oh, yeah, probably is. It probably went something like that. 2nd and 8 from the 40. What other accents you got up your sleeve today, huh? Let's hear some more. 2nd and 8 at the 40. Hart out of the shotgun, back to pass. He steps into the pocket. Hit as he throws it deep down the field. The pass is picked off, and he's going to get up and return it. That's the 15, 20, and what a return for the Gold Star free safety, Patrick Daniel, and it just keeps getting worse for the Bulldogs.
Well, you know what they say. When it rains, it pours. And in the Bulldogs case, it's a deluge.
Man, gold wide receiver against gold free safety there. You don't often see that much in this league. And free safety won, and that's a huge deflator. That was a pretty nice drive from San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, but Patrick Daniel, he's like the Deion Sanders of safeties. He can do everything that Deion can do. Excellent coverage skills, but he can tackle.
San Francisco has got to figure this out. We don't want a blowout before the announcements at the half. That wouldn't be good as the handoff goes to Parkey Chol. Oh, Parkey Chol! Oh, my goodness! This is the quarter of a century! He breaks more tackles! Just hand this guy the trophy. I do not want to play this guy in the playoffs. This is sick. Yeah, this is sick right now.
This is sick. This is stupid. He has lost his mind. I guess he saw the game yesterday. He saw what Snowden did and said, okay, I'll show you guys. I'll show you what I can do.
It's acid rain now.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Oh, my goodness.
That's what you call that UCLA pride, baby.
Representing the Bruins strong today. Holy moly! That's back-to-back one-play drives. And just put this in perspective. Parkey Chol has 5 carries, 3 touchdowns. St. Clair has not thrown a pass.
That last run there, you know who he put me in the mind of? I mean, I'm looking at him sprint down the field. I'm like, Usain Bolt. He's dominating like Usain Bolt right now.
It's unbelievable. And you go back to the first time these two teams met, folks, San Francisco won in overtime.
Right.
27-24. And they shut down Parkey Chol better than any team had previously. I think he ended up with about 160 yards on 30-something carries. I mean, they did a great job on this guy. And then they show up today in a must-win situation, and they're laying a donut. I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned.
I am too. Now, part of it lies with Parkey Chol. I mean, he's just playing like a man among boys. But it looks like the Bulldogs, they left their hearts in San Francisco.
With the white pants.
Yes, with the white pants.
First and 10 at the 29 now. Jasper Hart has got to figure something out. I've never seen a game start like this. It's just unbelievable. Hart down the field. That pass stopped by Donald Miller. Jasper Hart's moving the ball pretty well as Daniel gets his 4th tackle and Miller gets his 3rd grab.
Oh, Jasper's gonna be good as long as he doesn't throw toward Patrick Daniel. Stay away from it.
So 1st and 10 of the 43. We're just almost a quarter away now from our major league announcements. Are you pumped?
Oh yeah. I can't help but be pumped. Parkey Chol making sure I'm pumped.
4 receivers. Hart 3-step drop back. He's in trouble. Oh boy! Fired that into pressure, and that pass is incomplete. Looking for Brunson. That was a cardiac arrest there for Jasper Hart.
Yeah, the whole team. It's just not Jasper. The entire team is playing like they're in a funk.
In a funk, you say?
Yeah.
In a Skeletor P funk?
Yeah, Skeletor P funk.
And that takes me back to, San Francisco got murdered at Louisville earlier this year. They're 3-0 at home. They're 0-3 on the road coming in. There's no other team in the league that's that lopsided as Donald Miller makes a 5-yard grab. Clearly, this team has problems getting hyped for road games, and they got to be on some serious jet lag right now.
Oh, man, that could be part of it. We just saw Hart's arm. I mean, he's got a 50 cal arm. He can sling that thing, but sometimes his choices they have to be questioned.
Third down and 5 at the 47. Still in the first quarter. New York's had the ball 5 plays and scored on 3 of them. Tuiasosopo's going to be hitting the backfield. That's a 1-yard loss. Don't mind the play call there, but Bobby Law executed it to a T.
Bobby Law, he said, I'm not having none of that today. You gotta throw the ball. Now
the question becomes, will San Francisco ever make a tackle? I mean, it's ridiculous.
That is the question.
And
on special teams they are.
I kind of they should just put Park back there, man. I was kind of joking with you at the beginning of the broadcast. I said, you know, what are your keys to the game? And you said Parky Chol about 4 times. And I said, that's it? It's as simple as that? And you said, yeah. And you're right, because that's all it's been.
Because you make the Knights delve into the rest of their playbook, the rest of their offense. They have to use other players if you shut down Park. If you don't, you can see the result.
This is amazing. I mean, it's the same formation. They're putting 10 in the box, and they're coming at him across the side. And wow, look at that, Park gets a whopping 4 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
I'm sorry, we're being facetious here, but you know that kind of does a disservice to the San Francisco owner and the coordinator. But man, San Francisco has to start playing better.
So finally, the Bulldogs go to a basic 4-3 set. Parky Chol's going to pick up 4 yards, and it was just bizarre the way the game started of them loading up. So it just. You know, why take all that risk in the first quarter?
Oh, yeah. Now, San Francisco, what would be ideal for them is to hold the score as it is, go to the locker room, take that ass chewing, come back out the second half.
3rd down and 2. New York in the same formation. He's got a first down. Oh, my goodness. Parky Chol picks up some insane blocks with a 43. He's got 245 yards in 1 quarter. I know for a fact that is a new league record.
I know for a fact I haven't seen anything like this. I can't recall. I thought Snowden just did a great job yesterday, but Park looks like he's going to eclipse that.
Oh, with ease. Yeah. I mean, it's just so unbelievable to me that a team. This is the first time we're actually going to see a receiver on the field in the quarter for New York. I mean, it's just crazy. West St. Clair. Oh my goodness, he's going to pass, and the pass is dumped off to who else? Parky Chol, and he lost 2 yards, and that is going to be the end. Oh my goodness!
Mercifully,
of the first quarter of play. Oh, man, we're 1 quarter away from Major League announcements. Parky Chol destroying San Francisco in an elimination game for the Bulldogs. We'll be back to Metro Stadium after this. Start of the second quarter, a 21-0 ball game. The Knights on top. It's 2nd and 12 from the 45-yard line. Parky Chol has an obscene amount of... Wow, Parky Chol's going to get the reception. He's going to pick up 6, so now he's got 249 all-purpose yards.
Maybe if No, never mind.
What are you going to say?
Maybe San Francisco could drop a nuke on the stadium.
Oh, that's not right. That's not funny. So, 3rd down and 4. Parky Cho going to take the handoff. Parky Cho breaks a tackle. He did not get the first down. It's 4th and 2 from the 35. He's averaging 27 yards a carry. Do you go for it?
Why not? but the Adam Bomb would work, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure it could. 4th and 2. Wow, they're going to punt. And San Francisco finally gets a stop. That's something that they can build on, you know. It's not pretty right now, but you can get yourself back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, if they can wrap their heads around the fact that, you know, they still got plenty of time to. Wow.
Oh my gosh, they're just doing everything. I mean, I'm sorry, folks. We're just flabbergasted at this. I mean, 245 yards in the first quarter, and now you finally punt, and the guy lays out for it at the 6-yard line. Just sensational.
If anybody out there in the listening audience can sacrifice a chicken for San Francisco, please do so.
1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs. They start for their own 6-yard line. Hand off to Tuiasa Sopo. He's met in the backfield and picks up just 2 yards. And I'm telling you, I don't really know if I could put this blame on Tuiasa Sopo. McCoo, Law, and everybody else on that defensive front is killing that O-line.
Oh man, all those guys are some vicious tacklers. I mean, they get off blocks and they close faster than most defenders in the league. So Tui's up against it.
High formation, Hart back to pass down the middle. Oh, down the middle, it's knocked away. DJ McCoo, very alert. Man was open, but Hart stopped staring at the linebacker.
Hart he's prone to make those kind of throws. I mean, it's as if I guess he didn't see it.
I mean, it just looks like, you know, he's looking for the tight end down the middle, and he just stops looking.
Right.
So 3rd down and 8.
But DJ McCoo is a great cover linebacker, whether it's zone or man. I mean, he can cover tight ends, running backs. I mean, he's all purpose.
This won't bode well for San Francisco if they can't move the chains here. It'd be excellent field position for the Knights. Back to pass. Knights rush just 4. Hart standing in the end zone. Nearly got a safety and a long pass. I'm not sure if that was tipped away or it was dropped. The camera couldn't even catch up fast enough. Hart lucky to get out of that alive, and they got to punt the football.
And this is the last thing San Francisco needed to do, was to give New York what's going to be ideal field position for them. And
you know, boy, we would have been better off putting Vipers and Pride as the game of the week. I mean, you can't game plan for this stuff, and San Francisco is just. Well, they're having a bad time. And it's 1st and 10 at the 34 now for New York, and
that's not good.
That's not good. That's all I can say about it.
But, you know, I'm just really surprised that the San Francisco defense hasn't stepped up anymore. I mean, you got Andrew Ball, you got Larry Henderson, son of Hollywood Henderson. I mean, where are these guys at?
Yeah, I haven't heard from anybody. Haven't heard from the corners because they don't throw, but 4 wide receivers on the field right now. St. Clair back to pass. He's going to check it down to Pete Cholan. San Francisco will take that all day long. They defended the flats well against the Knights in their first game, and they'd much rather Heat Chol take it like that than out of the backfield.
Well, they're starting to tackle. I mean, they're starting to wrap up. The pursuit is there. I guess what gets scary for San Francisco is when they bring so many people in the box.
Like they are doing right now. A very tight set and a very jagged offensive line there for the Knights. But, hey, worked that time. Tackle made in the backfield on Parky Cho. Those numbers are insane. Yeah. I can't even look at him with a straight face as Mike Sudalovich makes the tackle.
But this is what San Francisco wants. Now they get him in a 3rd and long. And hopefully they'll make him or force him to throw the ball.
Yeah, can they chip away? That's the big question here. West St. Clair has not attempted a pass to a wide receiver here in the first half, and he'll drop the throw on 3rd and 11. He swings it out to Parkey Chol. Parkey Chol makes a man miss, made a second man miss, got the first down to the 21-yard line. He strikes again.
SMH.
And we've seen teams before, if you haven't seen an SFL game in a long time, and this is kind of your first look at Parkey Chol this season, it's not like this guy's been doing this. He's been doing this a lot of the season, but the DC Dragons proved last week
he can be stopped.
He can be stopped. He can be shut down, in fact, and the whole night team can be shut down. And San Francisco just did not come in with a game plan today that was in any way similar, as Parkey Chol takes the handoff around the right side, and he has whacked a 4-yard loss. And
maybe they do have a game plan, and they left it in the pocket of one of those white pants.
Okay, I can make the joke about the white pants. You cannot make the joke. 2nd and 6 for at the 16-yard line for San Francisco or for New York. I apologize. And for New York, I mean, why do anything different when San Francisco has proven they have not been able to stop it? And that's what San Francisco needs to do. They need to prove that they can stop that, that set for Parkey Chol so that New York looks elsewhere.
I mean, it's not broke. I wouldn't fix it. I'd keep running it over and over till they just absolutely stop it.
3rd down and 10 at the 21-yard line. 2 receivers, 1 to either side. Parkey Chol out of the backfield. St. Clair back to pass. St. Clair steps up, throws across his body, and finds a receiver, but it's only an 8-yard gain, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 2, and likely the first field goal of this contest. Studwell on the tackle.
I don't know. West St. Clair. I just like saying that name, West St. Clair. It's just kind of lyrical. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't get say it very often.
No.
You like it better than Parkey Chol? We say that name quite a bit.
Yeah, it's getting old.
30-yard field goal attempt here for the Knights to go up by 24. That kick is good, but still a 3-score game, still early for San Francisco. And if you want to look on the bright side, it's 3-0, 5 minutes into the second quarter, and it looks like the Bulldogs have settled down just a little bit.
Yeah, it does, and they need to understand that they're still in this game. I mean, there's still plenty of time. They essentially got to stop here, even though they got the Knights got 3 points out of it. They essentially got to stop. So if they can come down, and they do need to score more than field goals, though.
7:20 to go. I mean, when you think about it, what if the Knights or what if the Bulldogs go down, they get a field goal, they get a stop, they get a touchdown. 24-10.
Yeah.
3 minutes to go. I mean, you got a whole half left to play here, and San Francisco just have to figure it out. I mean, we saw DC score 36 points in the 4th quarter yesterday.
That was incredible.
I mean, unbelievably incredible, and they were down in that game.
Yep.
And so, I mean, if they could score 36, why can't San Francisco score 24? That's what the Bulldogs have to be telling themselves here.
Did I mention they left the game plan?
Yeah, you did. Thanks. Yeah.
That's why they can't score 36.
1st and 10 of the 28. Keanu Tuiasosopo. This guy cannot find any running room, and he is one of the best backs in the league.
He is, and I am just. But New York has come to play. It's almost as if they are really inspired to shut him down.
And maybe they found inspiration in the fact that coming into the day, a lot of people might have picked San Francisco to win this game because they were the hotter team. And New York at 4-3 as Tuiasosopo gets some nice blocks on the left side. That's his best run of the day by far to the 47-yard line. Beautifully set up there. We'll get to that in a minute. But New York 4-3 down on their luck. They're sort of the summer kings of this league, and they just haven't looked dynamic enough. It'll be interesting to see if they make the playoffs. If a playoff team is going to key in on Parkey Chol, and they're going to have to do something different.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
How'd you like the blocking there on that Tuiasosopo run?
That's some of the best blocking he's seen all day.
1st and 10, stretch play to left side. Tuiasosopo tried to spin away, but wrestled down the line of scrimmage. And Patrick Daniel, a free safety, now has 6 tackles and a pick in the first half.
Did you call him
Tuiasosopo?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of his first name, Keanu. He was named after Neo, the Matrix.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yep.
There you go. You learn something new every day. These players all have their own stories as Tuiasosopo takes a little handoff up inside, picks up 5, and it'll set up a 3rd down and 5, and San Francisco run a little clock here.
Now the upside to Tuiasosopo is that he has that workhorse ability. He's of Hawaiian descent, and he's just strong for no reason at all. I mean, he just gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on.
3rd and 5, 3 receivers. Hart needs to convert here. Hart pump fake. Now he's going to go deep, and the pass is tipped away. And New York's coverage deep down the middle has been phenomenal. That was Salvador on the coverage.
Jesus Salvador.
Lids come off here, man. That was not a good accent. The other one was much better. All right.
But Jesus, I mean, he's a big old boy. He's 6'4", 229 pounds. I mean, throwing a pass like that, and if he's anywhere near it, he's gonna knock it down, especially with his coverage skills.
San Francisco will try to pin New York deep. This punt is going to bounce at the 6. They need a good bounce. Bounces at the 2. And he went into the end zone. And we've seen that twice today. And it seems like San Francisco's doing everything wrong and New York's doing everything right. And as you said towards the end of the first quarter, they just got to get in the locker room. You know, don't let the score get out of control and just figure it out.
Yeah, when they go in the locker room, there's going to be some serious gnashing of teeth.
Might have to pay for some new drywall, too.
Oh, yeah.
5:18 to go in the first half. League announcements coming up at halftime as Parky Chole's trying to stretch it out to the right side. And that was a great job by San Francisco. They pushed him all the way to the boundary.
Yeah, I mean, they made some adjustments here, especially when they see them in that formation. They've made the adjustments now to shut it down, especially on the edge.
It's just only a wonder why in the world they had the strategy of the first quarter. Very interesting.
Well, it looks like they were dazed and confused.
2nd down and 8, maybe a little overconfident as well. Handoff to Heath Chole, and he picks up 3. I mean, isn't that kind of what it reminded you of? As Parky Chole in this quarter has just about 8 yards on the ground. It's almost like, you know, oh, we're going to put 10 in the box because, you know, we're confident that we're going to stop you, and they got burned, and they said, okay, well, maybe we should stop doing that.
I think what happened was it was so quick in succession that it just caught them off guard.
3rd down and 5 at the 25. West St. Clair back to pass. Everybody's going deep. Oh, what a beautiful sidearm pass. Oh, Jake Legacy got popped, but a phenomenal throw from West St. Clair. They can do no wrong.
Nope.
Look at this pass.
That was Chris Taylor, wasn't it?
You're right. You are right on that. Chris Taylor with the catch, his first of the day.
Yeah, fourth year wide receiver. He was born and raised in Grand Rapids.
Never did play for the old Grand Rapids Rollers in the league, but did play for their rival, the Orlando Intimidators, for a while. Bounced around, went to Oklahoma City as well. Picked up off the waiver wire this year for New York as Parky Chole around the right side. Got 9. And just some good blocking there as New York is all of a sudden starting to get a full head of steam again.
Yeah. But I still like what San Francisco is doing on the defensive edges. And they just need to continue to do that. Don't get discouraged by a first down if New York gets it here. Because there's that formation again.
2nd and 1 of the 45. They've been in it quite a bit. 4-3 look. Heath Chole trying to get outside. Now cuts back inside. Spun right into a double team. But gets to the 40, and Parky Chole is 265 yards in the first half.
Now, I'm not all about trying to intentionally hurt a player. But if you get this many yards on my team, I'm sending them out there with crowbar.
Come on now. Let's keep it classy. There's no need to bring out the crowbars. Empty backfield for West St. Clair here. Back to pass. Deep drop back. Fires it right side. Wide open. How in the world did Brock Studwell get so wide open? That is his second catch of the first half.
And Studwell's he's not known for catching passes. He's out there to block for Park. And Studwell is the leader in the locker room, so it shouldn't be that surprising. As
you talked about earlier in this game, where is Larry Henderson? Where is Roosevelt Wallace? They can't get any pressure on anybody.
They're getting blocked.
1st and 10 of the 26. St. Clair back to pass, throws a deep fade, and wow, way overshot his receiver, and that was a good press coverage there by the Bulldogs.
But that was also a good throw by St. Clair. I mean, he overthrew it so nobody could get it.
2:16 left. Boy, I hope our tech works. I hate when you go for some big reveal and then something happens or whatever. Last game, 4th down for Cleveland, like a minute to go, and the internet craps out. And it's like, come on, guys. You got to work with me here. 2nd and 10 of the 26, handoff to Parky Chol. Parky Chol right on the middle, spins off. Parky Chol, boom, is right. Big hit from Mike Sidelovich, a 5-yard pickup.
Woo. But Park gets up like, no problem.
I'm telling you, Park, man,
he's a toughie.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the New York Night Radio Network.
Grab a seat. This is 105.9 WFRD, Hillbilly Radio, the Round Table, Buffalo.
3rd down and 5. From the 21-yard line, San Francisco trying to force another half stop. St. Clair swings it outside. Oh, that pass is caught, and he stopped on a dime. In fact, I think he even picked it up. Jake Legacy, 1st down of the 14.
That coverage there really, I don't even know what to say. But Jake Legacy, he's known for getting open like that, so it could have been press coverage. It probably wouldn't have mattered.
9 looking in the backfield here for San Francisco. The handoff goes to Parky Chol, and they double him up, no gain. 2nd and 10, Jasper Lennox on the tackle. He's been another guy that's been quiet here in the first half.
Now, this should be an area where San Francisco should be able to get a stop here, at least stop him and hold him to a field goal, because now they're able to use part of the end zone as part of their defense.
3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. And St. Clair has all day to throw, and that pass is caught over the middle. 3rd down and 3, no huddle here. Chris Taylor on the catch, his 2nd of the day. Back to pass. St. Clair wide open. Studwell got the 1st down up to the 2. It's receivers wide open. Down to 40 seconds to go. St. Clair, not even sure. He has 1 incompletion, I know that, but I'm not sure about the other. St. Clair back to pass again. All day to throw. The pass in the back of the end zone is incomplete. He was out of bounds, was Jake Legacy, and that was a beautiful pass, nearly another score.
Wow, how many passes has Studwell caught today? More than I would think. It's pretty close to his season.
Yeah. It's just you would think with a great outside linebacker like Lennox that he would be all over that, and he just hasn't found him.
Lennox probably doesn't know what to do. Cover the run, cover the pass. He's just not sure anymore.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line. 33 seconds left in the first half. St. Clair flips it out to Chol. He's got all day to walk into the end zone. Gets popped by Andrew Ball. Andrew Ball is frustrated. And I don't know if San Francisco can come back from that one. Touchdown Knights. What a 2-minute drive.
Yeah, it's still within the realm of possibility, but San Francisco, their defense, I mean, their tackling, their defensive coverages, their scheme. I mean, insofar as stopping Parky Chul, what the Knights did was brilliant. They stopped running the edge. They said, okay, we can't get him outside out of the backfield running. Let's start throwing it to him.
Extra point for New York is good. 31-0 here on the Sunday Showcase. We haven't had a blowout on the Sunday Showcase in a long time.
Well, today is that day.
Really? Are you sure?
Well, you know, like I said, stranger things have happened. San Francisco, like I said, there's going to be gnashing of teeth when they go in the locker room. They should come out like a house of fire. at least for the first 2 or 3 minutes of the third quarter.
From the 9-yard line, San Francisco on a return up to the 30. Coming up at halftime, major announcements following Dan and Peter's, Dan and Peter will break down the first half, give us a chance to regroup and get things situated. But we'll have the major announcements, and then we'll take another short break and come back and answer any questions and talk about what we've heard and try to recover from an onslaught by the New York Knights here in the first half. 1st and 10 at the 30. Tuiasa Sopo breaks up a tackle, slammed down. 2-yard gain. Right now, San Francisco just trying to get out of Dodge, but hoping something can break open. And Tuiasa Sopo again met in the backfield. He's just all over this backfield. It's just unbelievable. And San Francisco calls a timeout with 3 seconds left.
Might as well use them. You can't use them second half, though.
So we're going to let Dan and Peter take it from here and get set up for halftime. Unfortunately, we don't have a closer game to bring you today, but, hopefully all of that will change soon. 31-0 Knights over the Bulldogs. This is Night Radio on the Sim Football Network on Twitch.
Third down. The clock is stopped at 3. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Knights in command of this one, 31-0.
Okay, Dan, let's get this halftime show started. What do you have for us?
Well, here's a look at our halftime stats, and as you can see, it paints a pretty clear picture. The Bulldogs are certainly losing because of it. It's hard to win when you play like that. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Number 33 would get the carry here. Good blocking up front, and it helped to spring it. A 13-yard touchdown for the home team. The Knights get the first points of the game and go up by 7. Midway through the first, the ball at their own 20-yard line. Number 33 bounces this one to the outside, and he's got some room to maneuver out there. An 80-yard touchdown for the home team. Towards the end of the first quarter, the Bulldogs losing by 14. Number 40 is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way, and he's able to get his hands on this one and picks it off. The Knights, end of the first quarter. Number 33 got the carry here, and once he found the lane, he was off. A 73-yard touchdown for the home team. The Knights up 21-0. Number 33 got the carry as they stayed on the ground on third down, and he'd make it pay off. Unfortunately, the drive stopped shortly afterwards, and they had to punt it away. Later on in the second quarter, ball at the 36. Number 33 ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. That set up a 31-yard field goal. Midway through the second, the Bulldogs back by 24. Number 34 is going to get the carry here as they grind it out on the ground, and he makes the most of this one. The Knights, late in the second quarter, number 33 found a little opening, and that was all he needed. A 2-yard touchdown for the home team. And that's how we'll round this one out. The Knights are up big at halftime, 31-0.
All right, good work, partner.
The Knights will get the ball first here in the second half, and they are dominating this game. Currently, they are up large, 31-0. Let's go down to the field.
Major League announcements coming up in 60 seconds. right here on the Sim Football Network on Twitch.
Football video games for 25 years have failed to bring you a total game day experience. The SFL believes it's been too long a wait. In 2016, a total game day experience arrives. If you love sim football, you'll never want to miss another SFL night again. Multiple games at the same time, more games per season, no more bye weeks. In-game highlights from around the league will keep you engaged. Our league-produced halftime show will catch you up on what you've missed. Customization of your complete roster gives each team a unique brand. An extra star or two won't hurt either. A new league website brings fans the incredible detail of the SFL to the forefront. Play-by-play 3 nights a week in primetime? You got it! The SFL is partnering with PX1 Sports, bringing Irvine to epic Madden matchups starting in September. Mark your calendars, Sunday, September 27th, 5 p.m. Eastern. The SFL Championship will feature a 4-man commentating crew. It's time to hype next level sim. Our doors are now open. Be the player, be the coach, be the owner, be the league, be the drama. Grab a seat.
So, Greg, we've announced a lot of stuff there and packed in that 2-minute little script, and you know, there's a lot of exciting things to be excited about. I don't even know where to begin.
I don't either. There was a lot of stuff. I mean, you covered a lot of ground there.
I think first we got to start with the 4-man commentating crew Sunday, September 27th for the SFL Championship game. Something that's never been done. We're gonna pack this place in, and you know, Mike Peters will be with us, and we'll have a new guy into the fold as well. It's gonna be one hell of a day.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've never done it before, and I just think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be exciting, and we'll get in there and we'll just talk football, and hopefully we got a good game to go with.
Also, too, some things that weren't necessarily mentioned at the forefront of that announcement. The owners will be, playing for money next year and have an opportunity to win some cash. And no, you don't have to put any money in. It comes to you if you're a winner, and that just adds another level to winning a championship. And also the documentary that is going to be filmed for the SFL as I will be going to Florida next month. Just a lot going on.
Oh, cool. How about the announcers thing?
Announcing for no, I don't think that's in the cards yet. I think you got to reward the champions first, and then it's a gradual process. But some other things. As T-Pat kind of wants us to go through it one item at a time, and we'll play this again. We'll play those announcements again at the end of the third quarter, or who knows, maybe just throughout the second half, since the second half might be a problem for San Francisco anyway. But just kind of sorting through things. I think that we really wanted to give everybody an opportunity. By the way, if you go to simulationfl.com right now, you can apply to be a player, be a coach, be an owner, be a part of our league. Be a sideline reporter if you want to. Be a podcaster. Interview owners. Do whatever you want to do. We want to grow and make this a big deal. And if you want to be a player on a specific team, you can request that. If you want to be a specific position, you can request that. Just more tools at your disposal.
I think the most exciting thing that I heard, and I'm sure this goes across the board for all the owners, is no more buy. That's a big deal for the owners. I mean, you're sitting there for a couple of weeks and you're not playing a game. You know what I mean?
And also too, what has essentially been done to the schedule is you originally had 8 games, all commentated with 4 buys mixed in a 12-week period. And what that does is, people feel a little disengaged sometimes. They feel out of it. They feel out of the loop. They feel out of sync, especially if they've got a couple of buys stacked up against each other. Now, you lose some commentated games because we're not going to be doing all the games in commentary, and we'll get to that in just a minute in more detail. But you get more games, and you don't have to sit on your hands, on any given week.
And and that way you got to stay on your game. You're not sitting on the sidelines getting rusty. Oh, I'll get to it later. No, you got to stay on your game now.
And also too, in regards to the games, we mentioned 3 nights in prime time, and that's the big thing. That's the big step we're taking. To grow and brand. I think that people are going to really love the fact that we're going to have multiple games going on at one time. We're going to have in-game highlights, sending you out. Let's get a studio update from out at San Francisco or whatever, and you get to play that highlight clip that was just shown 10 minutes ago.
Right.
Just that total game day experience. That's what we're preaching. That's what we're trying to give to people.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to go right now. Let's get this season. No, I'm kidding. I want to get to this championship game.
Yeah, it's going to be and the playoffs too.
Oh.
I mean, how it's all going to shake out and all that. We'll play the video, which will be on YouTube. Please make sure to share it via social media and get people fired up over this. SimulationFL.com. We'll have a brand new website launching soon, but for now, you can see what the process is like to become a player, become an owner, become a the fact that we're even that we're expanding again, and people that got an opportunity last time that didn't quite make it, or maybe weren't around at that time. You get a chance to be a part of this.
Yeah, I know there were quite a few people that were disappointed the last time. I mean, this is their opportunity to get in again.
T Paternity is asking if we're going to use All Pro as our game. Yes, absolutely.
Hello.
And hats off to a lot of the guys behind the scenes: Kyle Walsh, Frank Gooden, Jermaine Smith, yourself. Mike Peters, everyone that we've tried to really get a collective thought process going on, and I really think we've come to a happy medium here. And doing Madden games too. I'm happy to bring my services somewhere else, and I know that a lot of people around here are they're not happy with Madden, but you know, hey, it's a whole different group of people, and it's a way to spread our wings.
Who owned? Sorry, I couldn't do that. I couldn't say it.
So there you go. We'll play the video one more time for you at the end of the third quarter, and it'll be up on our league website, up on our YouTube channel. It'll be hopefully everywhere as we move forward into 2016 and a bigger, better, stronger SFL.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
And again, also hats off to DAC Stats. They've been a brilliant partner this year, and I hope that
I love DAC Stats.
So there you go. We'll get back to Metro Stadium in 60 seconds. 31-0. New York is blasting San Francisco at the half here on the Sim Football Network on Twitch. Back here at Metro Stadium, start of the second half. And New York is going to get the ball to start the second half, which doesn't do San Francisco any favors. Their defense was a lot better in the second quarter, but they dug a theoretical grave very early in this one.
Yeah, you're down 31-0. I mean, they're going to be hard pressed to come back, especially because the Knights are still running Park Hee-Chul out of the backfield, which in turn runs clock. So if the clock is against them, not just the Knights, but also the clock.
So 1st and 10 of the 26. New York possessing a 31-0 lead, and I think everyone is pretty surprised at the result. Oh, Park Hee-Chul again on the first play of the half. He's past midfield, past the 45, all the way to the 43-yard line. He has passed the 300-yard mark. And we were talking at the break, that's exactly what we did not want to see to start the second half.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, they shifted away from the play. I mean, the power was to the left, and they shifted away from that side. So,
and we've seen that. We've seen that happen. You know, we've seen teams shift away from the play, but you've got to understand. What are these plays that are shifting? And I got to make sure that I'm not shifting away from this play when I'm playing New York. Like, don't you? Isn't that what you had to do?
Yeah, you need to.
Well, and you need to be a postseason team, and today San Francisco has mostly sealed their fate. Nice tackle there in the backfield, a loss of 3 for Park Hee-Chul, so he's down to a miserable 300 yards, and it's 2nd and 13.
Bless his heart.
Park Hee-Chul coming into the game had 3 of the 5 top rushing performances in terms of rushing yards in a game this year. I mean, the guy, especially here at home, is a whole nother animal as San Francisco gets the stop. Sudalovich on the tackle, 3rd down at 16. And we have more people now watching our broadcast than we did at halftime when we made the announcements. That's a shame. For those of you that just joined us, if you can just sit through 10:45 of a blowout, we'll play you the announcements again. As St. Clair on a 3rd down at 16 is going to complete the pass nearly into field goal range up to the 34, and on 4th and 2, I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it here.
That's possible. I hope not.
And they will punt the football. So, they didn't win the field position battle, but San Francisco does get a start. Oh my God, the big jump offside. Oh my goodness.
Encroachment. Number 69, defense.
I've seen it all, man. I've seen it all. This, you know, that right there, that's not your day.
No.
That's not your day. When you've got guys that can't stop the punt from going inside, from going in the end zone. When you've got guys jumping the snap on 4th and 2. When your defense has finally gotten a stop, it just didn't happen for San Francisco today, and it's a shame because the Bulldogs have had some great games this year, and they're not going to be in the playoffs.
But the Bulldogs, they put me in mind. They came into today's game. They were really confident, and with every right to be confident. I mean, because I thought they had a dang good chance to win this game, but they came in the game confident. They got everything going for them, and then they wake up, look under the covers, and it's the head of their favorite horse. That's what they put me in mind of.
2nd and 10 at the 29. San Francisco again loading up the ball. Oh, goodness!
Oh, sir.
And look at Parkinson. He just gets back up every time. It's unbelievable the hits that this guy takes because of his size, and he's like a jack in the box, man.
But if I'm the Knights, though, I start getting a little concerned because I mean playoffs are coming up,
and you know now you sort of have to start talking about it because the Knights are very similar to the San Francisco Bulldogs as that goes for no gain, so they're going to have to kick a pretty decent field goal here. But the Knights are kind of in the same boat that San Francisco's been in this season. A great home team. Yep. They show up, fired up, ready to go. They hit the road. I think these two teams personify that more than any team in the league.
Right.
And they just, New York goes on a road and they look stale. They look lethargic. They look conservative. And when you're talking about New York, which probably now you would think, especially with their point differential being so high and with a nice big blowout here today, are the Knights going to get a home game or are they going to be on the road? And that is a serious concern, I would think, for New York, and something that I would think absolutely matters when you're sitting on the couch in Week 12 seeing how it plays out.
They better hope they get a home game. If they go on the road, now things get dicey, and it also depends on who they're playing. I thought the Bulldogs had the defensive chutzpah, as it were, to really give them a game today, but I was wrong.
So New York kicks it away, but San Francisco has given up just one touchdown since the first quarter. Nice move there by the return man up to the 30-yard line, and I'd like to see that out of, I believe that's Bryant down there. So first down, San Francisco. It's their first possession of the second half. And it's difficult to get shut out in the SFL. This is, as much as we've talked about San Francisco's defense and New York's offense, New York's defense has played out of their mind today.
Just phenomenal.
Back to pass, Tuiasosopo, nice catch. Oh, Tuiasosopo putting everybody on a spin cycle, and DJ McCoo about had an aneurysm out there on the field. He didn't know where Tui was, and it's a 2nd and short. Both quarterbacks still under 100 yards passing today. You see McCoo out there?
Yeah.
Just spinning around like a ballerina. Second down and inches, and Tuiasosopo is going to get the first down, but just barely.
New York is still, they're not calling off the dogs. They're still pinning their ears back. They're still coming. But Tuiasosopo, like I said, he does get stronger as the game goes on, but is it going to be a little,
Yeah, it's not going to matter now, and that's the sad thing about San Francisco is Tuiasosopo takes a 1-yard loss. This team, like a Louisville, like a Orlando in a way, they rely on balance. And when they have to be a one-dimensional team. They're not built like the Knights where they can be that. San Francisco really struggles when they don't have a running game.
Right. They have to be in balance, and they are definitely out.
So 2nd down and 11 for San Francisco as the handoff goes to Tuiasosopo, and he picks up 4. And it'll set up a 3rd down and 6. And it's too bad we couldn't have given all those people that tuned in to hear the halftime announcements a better game today, as it's another 3rd down here for the Bulldogs.
But a lot of this, we're talking about what the offense isn't able to do. A lot of this is on the Bulldog defense. They just did not come to play, and they put their offensive team in just a tenuous position.
Jasper Hart, horrible pass there. There was about 5 different Knights in coverage on 2 Bulldog receivers, and how in the world could he have seen anybody open on that play?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Well, Jasper grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he should have been watching. Maybe he's been watching too much Brett Favre tape. Maybe that's it.
I wasn't gonna go there, but yes, you did.
Hey, I don't mind going there on Crybaby. Now, if you want to talk crap about Aaron Rodgers, then I got a whole different problem.
Oh no, Aaron Rodgers he's one of the best.
Knights on the return up to the 26. Shut up. Oh, let's go ahead, Greg.
No, I was just gonna say. So if Park comes in here and if he scores again, what is there any explanation?
Just spinning your wheels, doing the same thing over and over again. That's probably the explanation.
I mean, has a team ever laid down like that?
Well, we have seen it once before. Grand Rapids, Orlando was a shutout. I think it was 51-0. It was something really, really horrifying. Still a ways to go in this one as Legacy makes the catch. We've seen it before, but by golly, it is not often at all. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 6.
Shout out to everyone in the chat right now. Big Rich Boy, Big Willie 54, Darth MD, DHNYC, Flava 2K, Football Dude 93, as Parky Chol gets a 1st down, navigating his way through the middle of the field. Insane Eagle, Landry Hat, NY Kia 31, NY Knights, Ramos Lynn, San Antonio Servo 222, Simulation FL, TJ Cactus FLT, Paternity, True Shot Caller 1, Virtual Footballer Live. Getting back to some of the new stuff that was announced, and some of the guys are talking about the potential of the customization, and we're not going to end up with the Eric Bryants on every team, or the same team, or the 2 teams have the same punter or the same kicker or whatever as each loses to. But you're going to get to, as an owner, every single player. They might not all have stats, they might not all carry stats. So maybe you keep them on the side, but just to have that type of customization is unmatched anywhere else.
That's going to be a welcome relief for the owners, I'm sure. I know I'd be excited about it.
Yeah, and we're excited as commentators, because now we can. Oh, nice job. Oh, that's a fumble. That is a fumble, and it's recovered by San Francisco. Lennox recovered the fumble, and I don't know if this is going to be challenged or not. St. Clair's pass was tipped, and if they're ruling this a backwards pass, it would be a fumble. I think that's a fumble. I think he was throwing it backwards.
Well, get on with your bad self, Mr. Lennox.
So Lennox recovers the fumble. Did not see who. Now, I'm sure we're going to get a challenge here by New York because they just want to rub salt in the wound.
Yeah, they will.
But I don't know. It looked like a backwards pass to me. Let's see.
Are challenging.
Yeah, Lennox is out of Boston College, by the way. He set school records for TFLs, tackles for loss, tackles.
Gonna get a good look at this.
Oh,
here.
that was a backwards pass.
He was standing on, I believe, the 32-yard line. It looked 30 on the 32, and it looked like he threw that backwards.
Maybe this is the break the Dogs have been waiting for.
The play stands.
Yeah, play stands. So Coach Blake's going to be charged a timeout. San Francisco forces a turnover, and okay, you get a little momentum going your way.
I feel a momentum swing here.
They got to be careful not to throw a pick on this next play. Crowd doesn't like it. Tuiasa Sopo, 18 carries, 48 yards. That speaks to a tremendous effort today by the New York defense. Handoff to Tuiasa Sopo, and he won't pick up anything. Cracked at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, cracked is the word, too, because number 92 wasn't having him go anywhere.
You think about what this game could have been. It's 13-0 since that dreadful first quarter by San Francisco. And it all happened in 5 plays. It wasn't like New York dominated the entire quarter. They dominated the first 5 plays of this game, and that's why they're up.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And now I'm flabbergasted by San Francisco's play calling. I mean, do they really think the game is tight enough to be running the ball now?
Yeah, I don't understand that either. I think you gotta, maybe they're trying to get in field goal range, get some points. I'm not really sure. 3rd down and 12. That pass, oh my goodness, nice play by Morales, and what a dreadful drive for San Francisco. That was horrible.
That was terrible. Yeah, Jasper has had, I mean, 6'5", 230, out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but he has just had a terrible day today. And really, to be honest with you, I don't even know why they're punting the ball.
Why not just go for it?
Yeah.
So they'll punt it away. Well, they don't want to make it worse.
I mean, the worst thing that can happen, unless Park starts shooting out his rear end, I mean, just go for it.
Well, they downed it at the 3-yard line. Maybe they'll get 2 points out of it. And it's hard to believe, too, Greg. We were talking about this in pregame. These two teams, the last 4 times they've gotten together, the games have been so good. We had an overtime in San Francisco the first time Joseph Redfeather faced his former team. We had an overtime earlier this year in San Francisco with the back-to-back missed field goals. The SFL championship game was exciting and electric, and that's why it's so stunning.
Yeah. We're sitting here trying to figure it out. What the hell is going on?
Parky Cho lost 2 yards. He's down to 11.7 yards a carry. They're going to have to fire him.
Yeah, or like I said, they're running the risk of getting him injured because the playoffs are coming along, and this team without Parkeith Chul, there's just no way.
And now Parky Chul again. He's stopped in the end zone. San Francisco. What is it with these teams and safeties at weird moments? San Francisco breaks the shutout by stopping Parky Chul of all people in the end zone, and it's 34-2.
And by a non-star. Where are the stars at?
So there you go. San Francisco got some points after all. That was all part of the plan.
Yeah. The Knights have fallen right into their plan here now.
Right into their comeback plan.
So now they're going to have another 3 and out. They're going to punt the ball, get them down the 2 again, and get another safety. And do they have enough time to get enough safety?
I don't think so. They're going to have to reevaluate that. But hey, 4 touchdowns and 4 2-point conversions.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
You can only hope for San Francisco's sake. Just not a good game for the Bulldogs today. Out of the eye. We've been critical, at times unfairly, to San Francisco's. Jasper Hart is sacked off of a straight drop back, but you know, it just wasn't their day. I think you knew that when New York was diving to save punts, and I think that I know they had a bad first quarter, but I think the indication is when you're jumping off sides on a 4th and 2, it's over.
Yeah. And you know what? And I think there's something to be said about the time difference too. I just think coming as far as they have, I mean, you know, it goes both ways. But I just think San Francisco, they really did. They left their heart in San Francisco.
And San Francisco, you know, this is back-to-back possessions where they come out and they run back-to-back plays. If you've got any heart at all, you know, pass the ball, get your gold star receiver involved. And that's something they're going to have to look at in the offseason, because obviously this is going to eliminate San Francisco from the playoffs today as they check it down. But you've got to, you have got to find a way to get your gold star receiver 12 catches a game. You've just got to.
You don't be throwing to your back out the backfield. You got to chunk that ball downfield. Chunk it, son.
I don't think he can hear you. If he could hear you, although players seem to hear us quite a bit, San Francisco has put their earbuds in and they are not listening today.
Well, if I was the coach, I'd slap the taste out of Jasper. Now, what are you doing? Throw that ball, chunk it downfield.
And New York will return from the 24-yard line. So let's go back to the playoff situation now. So we basically got 4 teams now with 5 wins. And if Honolulu loses Monday night, we've got our 6 teams. It's a done deal, because the best record Honolulu and San Francisco can have is 4-4. So I know teams like DC and Tallahassee and New York, they're hoping for an Orlando upset.
So who would be odd man out?
Well, that's the interesting part. If for some reason Honolulu would win out, that means they would beat Baltimore. So Baltimore would fall to 5-3 as well. DC and New York would also be 5-3. Honolulu would be 5-3. You see where I'm going with this here. There could be potentially 5 teams at 5-3 if Tallahassee loses to Santa Fe. But at the same time, if Tallahassee can somehow figure out how to beat Santa Fe, I apologize. I was watching the Arena Bowl last night. Deep ball here. Oh, my goodness gracious. West St. Clair throws it behind the coverage. And that's Jake Legacy's 5th grab of the day for a first down. I didn't even know New York had the ball. My goodness. Andrew Ball got beat.
He got smoked.
But, yeah, potential. It's crazy. And you ask, who's the odd man out? It's too close to call at this point. It's gonna come down to point differential. It's gonna come down to head-to-head matchups. It's gonna come down to all that. That's why the games next week: Tallahassee, Santa Fe, Baltimore, Honolulu. These are huge games, just monumental games. And unfortunately for San Francisco, their game against Louisville won't much matter. It'll matter to Louisville as they try to lock up the #1 overall seed. But for San Francisco, their season is done. 34-2. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. We will play you the hype video once more for the SFL in 2016. We'll be right back to Metro Stadium after this.
Football video games for 25 years have failed to bring you a total game day experience. The SFL believes it's been too long a wait. In 2016, a total game day experience arrives. If you love sim football, you'll never want to miss another SFL night again. Multiple games at the same time, more games per season, no more bye weeks. In-game highlights from around the league will keep you engaged. Our league-produced halftime show will catch you up on what you've missed. Customization of your complete roster gives each team a unique brand. An extra star or two won't hurt either. A new league website brings fans the incredible detail of the SFL to the forefront. Play-by-play 3 nights a week in prime time? You got it! The SFL is partnering with PX1 Sports, bringing Irvine to epic Madden matchups starting in September. Mark your calendars. Sunday, September 27th, 5 p.m. Eastern. The SFL Championship will feature a 4-man commentating crew. It's time to hype next level sim. Our doors are now open. Be the player, be the coach, be the owner, be the league, be the drama. Grab a seat.
Start of the fourth quarter here from Metro Stadium in New York, 34-2. Knights on top of the Bulldogs. As Clarky Chol takes the handoff, it's going to be 3rd down and 1. So you were talking about, who potentially is the team on the outside looking in, and it's hard to tell, but I got to tell you, I don't want to miss a single playoff game in this league this year. I mean, it's just going to be unbelievable. I mean, even Baltimore, who's without their starting running back, I mean, even the Crabs are on fire, in a way this year right now.
And how ironic would that be if Baltimore were to go on and win the championship? I mean, the seasons that they've had prior, and they weren't able to get it done, and now without their star running back, they would win the championship. That would be just crazy.
Now they likely won't, but they give you that hope. Their defense is playing with a lot of heart.
They have a stellar defense, man.
So and we're gonna kind of, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but if you visit simulationfl.com right now, you can actually see how to register as a player, register as a coach, register as an owner, or become part of our operation with Greg, Mike, and Damon, and everybody that's going to be involved with it moving forward. Also, verbal agreement with the Lob Mob, who has 27,000 YouTube subscribers. He's going to be our halftime show host next week. I know we didn't mention that in the video just because, it's not 100% official, but that's a huge get, too, and we're excited to bring Mr. 2K along.
Yeah, I like his channel.
3rd down and 12 at the 14-yard line. I know you've watched a lot of SFL football, and there's still a lot more left to be decided. Who are your top 2 teams right now?
Well, one is going to have to be Santa Fe.
St. Clair's going to throw a touchdown pass here. So there you go. To Washington, 40-2. Yeah, really.
No disrespect.
Now the 2 points really looks bad.
Right. But, I would have to say Santa Fe would be my top choice. And then you cannot discount Louisville. 2 franchise squads. I mean, both just playing lights out.
Yeah, two expansion teams.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show you, in the SFL, if you're talented enough, and that's the great thing about the league, about the operation, is that, when you come in, you get, in the past it's been 10, but you get the same amount of stars as everybody else.
Right.
And you get the same, you get the same 6,000 plays in the playbook to choose from as everybody else. And you can come in here as a brand new team. There's no 3-season expansion, I got to get better and better. No, you can come in here, and if you know what you're doing, whether it be as a coach, or as an owner, and even as a player, you have the ability now, as you might see if you're that engaged, you have the ability now through the player application process to list which abilities you want on your player. From 1 to 5. You have the potential of having up to 5 abilities. You list, I want this ability first, this ability second. You have the ability to put your player now in a position to where they can be successful, regardless of what team they end up landing on. And, I'm just eager to see, I hope people take advantage of the opportunity and get involved, and it's a no-risk situation. Just have some fun with us.
I think you're going to have more than enough applications. And getting to the point that you were touching on, Louisville and Santa Fe. I mean, both of those owners came in and both did an outstanding job. I mean, it's remarkable what they've done with their team.
2nd and 12 of the 24-yard line. So we've talked a little bit about Louisville and Santa Fe. Louisville plays San Francisco next week, but it's in San Francisco where the Bulldogs are 3-0, and you know that, oh my goodness, Tuiasa Sopo.
Ooh, is he getting up?
He's getting up, and Marco Silva saying, can you hear the back cracking? or the sobs of tears, I'm not really sure. So we've talked about, and forgive us, but I don't think anyone wants to hear about New York at this point. But the Knights well in hand. The Knights are going to improve to 5-3. They're off next week along with the... Oh my goodness, what a pick! That was pretty. Okay, I got to stop to say something about that. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. That was brilliant by Marco Silva.
That was sick.
Oh my goodness. That was ridiculous. And that was as good as you can play a fade on a Gold Star receiver. They're doing everything right today.
Now, Marco Silva, he's out of BYU. He's known to bait the quarterback like that, and that was just textbook what he did then.
So, getting back to Honolulu just briefly, because they're 3-3, it's interesting that DC and New York are done before they play their last two games. But Honolulu plays tomorrow night. That's a huge game. If they win, they sort of hang around as that passes off the hands of the intended receiver, Chris Taylor. And Honolulu can hang around and keep teams at 5 wins nervous. And obviously Honolulu would play Baltimore in the last week of the season, who's 5-2. We've never had a team in the SFL miss the playoffs with a winning record. I just can't even fathom a 5-way tie for 5-3. It's just unbelievable.
Somebody would have to go home.
Parky Chol gets a first down, still in the ball game. He'll probably stay in until about 4 minutes to go, and then they'll pull him out. Parky Chol less than 100 yards in the second half, but it hasn't mattered. I'm just saying. I'm just putting facts out there, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, guy had a terrible second half so far.
I got it there late. I don't know. My brain was somewhere else. But Honolulu, going back to the Legends, they're 3-3. Yes, they've beaten Cleveland twice. This team certainly, I think, has the capabilities. Oh my goodness gracious.
Okay, I'm dropping the mic. I'm leaving. I'm done. That's it. Case closed. Game over. Game, set, match. Really? Seriously?
He just can't. At this point, if you're still watching, which we are absolutely appreciative because we're still working hard here. It's like when you see a semi flipped over on the side of the highway and you're just compelled to not even slow down, just get out of your car and just watch the fire burn. Oh my gosh. This is okay. This is important here because, as we were talking about earlier, point differential is a tiebreaker, and you have to have point differential as a tiebreaker because you don't play the other conference. There's no other way to gauge just how good or just how bad you are, and that is, when you look at the Tallahassee Pride,
right?
They're 5-2, same record as Baltimore, but the Pride just played Cleveland in overtime. Right. If you put New York against Cleveland, is it going to take them overtime? Probably not. And that's just the only way to gauge. Okay, New York is statistically better than Tallahassee, but what this does for New York, it sets up the Knights basically in potentially a clinching situation. They're going to get 46 points out of this game. They thrashed San Francisco. That's going to add to their point differential to the point where even if they are in a tie for 5-3, unless they are losing out on a head-to-head tiebreaker, which I can't think. New York lost to San Francisco, they're going to be out. New York lost to Oklahoma City, they're going to be out. And I'm trying to think of who the Knights' last or third loss was to this season. It was to Louisville, but they beat Louisville in Week 1. New York owns all the tiebreakers. They basically have punched their ticket today by just throttling the Bulldogs who did not show up today.
Well, they're not done. There's a little under 8 minutes left. There's still a lot of throttling to do.
Second and 10.
48-2. There hadn't been many like this.
No, and then the Bulldogs offense, I mean, they should have been running this from the first quarter.
Yeah.
Empty backfield.
And you got to
holding the ball.
Oh man, Jasper Hart. Chuck the ball, son, like you were saying. Man, it just I have never it's very rare. There are blowouts in any professional football. It is very rare to see a team do basically get no breaks, get nothing right offensively, just spinning their wheels. I hurt for there's another interception by Marco Silva. I hurt for San Francisco today. I think they know this team is not this bad, and they were miserable today. Marco Silva, on the other hand,
he just baited him into that throw. He does that so well. He did for a moment there. The wide receiver was open, and Marco just jumped in and swooped it up. And like I said, they're going to make sure the Knights that they're going to have enough points for that point differential. And I think I see a score on the horizon.
First and 10 at the 36, and T Paternity hashtag bless his heart. And Parkey Chol 344 yards. He's still not up to the caliber of Richard Snowden. Yesterday, Snowden also had 5 touchdowns. So Richard Snowden's still sitting on top of the mountain.
But Park did his so fast, he was a whirlwind.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Second and 11, and MY Knight says, is Marco Silva trying to drive up his value? You know, these owners don't like to pay these players more than they have to. And
I understand that. I'm cheap. I wouldn't want to pay them either.
In the offseason, it's just kind of like, come on, Marco, you didn't really need these interceptions late in the game.
Right. But like I said, he is such a great cover guy that's what he was known for in college, was being able to cover and bait those college quarterbacks in the throw.
Third down and 14, 6.5 to go in the fourth. St. Clair, look at the time. Oh, what a beautiful pass. That was sensational by West St. Clair. I mean, this guy is on point, right to Jake Legacy. And we don't often talk about St. Clair, but he has one of the highest completion percentages in the SFL. You cannot throw it any better than that.
No, you can't. I mean, pinpoint. I mean, the linebacker is there. Was that who was that? The linebacker was there, and it was just off. I mean, I'm pretty sure he even touched the laces of the ball, right over his fingertip.
Again, it's just one of those things. Like, they did it again. The Knights did it again today. And I saw from T Paternity earlier in the chat. He said that this strategy against San Francisco here at home, the way that they started this game by hitting them in the mouth, by taking advantage of a mismatch. T Paternity said this has been the most perfect offensive game plan that he's seen.
I'd have to agree with him. I'd have to agree with him.
Second down and 13. Watching the fire burn here. Oh, Parkey Chol got a block on the outside and picks up 8. Third and 5 to the 19-yard line. And, you know, I know Parkey Chol can be stopped. I know the Knights can be stopped. But the Knights have never not won a championship in a summer season of the SFL. They clearly show their potential here today, that they have what it takes. I think for the Knights, they now have to understand that they need to be one step ahead in the postseason. If somebody's going to come, you know whoever they're playing, it's going to be fourth down now. Heachel stopped the backfield. You know whoever they're playing, they are coming in guns a-blazing on Park Heachel, and you've got to be able to adjust.
They better. That's all I got to say. They better.
You know, as good as of a day as Park Heachel's had today, clearly San Francisco just did not prepare like they should have for Park Hee-chul.
But you know, and even if Park Hee-chul is shut down, they still got Wes St. Clair over there and with the ability to fulfill the legacy. So it's just not a done deal if you shut him down, but it does make the job easier.
Missed the field goal, did Derek Brown. So that'll keep New York under 50. Bless their hearts.
Yeah.
1st and 10. I don't know. I'm going to have to look back in the record books. This could be one for the history books. I don't think we've ever had a team end a game with 2.
Now, if he doesn't throw this ball downfield, I'm flying to New York.
I've heard Buffalo's beautiful this time of year. 71 degree, perfect day today for football. Hart throwing it down the field. Donna Miller got a first down to midfield. There you go.
Where was that at?
He felt threatened by you going to Buffalo. Back to pass. There it is right there. Oh, nice move by Rex Norton. That got a nice little 8-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Got on leg weight or something?
3 receivers, 2 to the left side. Back to pass, Jasper Hart. Deep ball, one-on-one coverage, and beautifully played once again. And, you know, they have gone to Miller, not as much as we probably would like him to, but every time they've gone to Miller, New York's right there, stride for stride.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking for another interception.
Yeah, I don't even know how many Hart has at this point. Yeah. Daniel had one, Silva's got a couple. It's just, man, it's been ruthless from the first snap of the game. It's been ruthless.
Yeah, poor guy.
Back to pass, Hart, flip out. Tuiasa Sopo got a first down, got a nice little block at the end of the play. And a nice move out of the 33. Tuiasa Sopo getting set. 3:35 left to go here in the 4th. And another check. Uh-oh, he's going the wrong way.
That's not good. But they're in the hurry up, so a couple yards lost. That's not going to hurt them.
2nd down and 12 of the 35. It will if they check it down to Tuiasa Sopo again. And I don't. How many times have we got to say it, Greg, on a broadcast? You got to have your audibles checked and ready to go.
Yep.
You're not in this league. You don't throw it to him again. A pump fake, nice pass. Oh, threw it into double coverage. Do you see anybody open out there? There's nobody open.
No. Wow.
Man, this is incredible. If the New York Knights can play like this in the playoffs, you can't.
They're gonna be champions again.
Yeah, and what's crazy about that is New York against the Dragons. You had the call with me last week. Right. They looked pitiful.
Terrible.
And then today they come in here and they show up. Not only they show up, they just embarrass. That's a turnover on downs. Again, blanket coverage on Xavier Brunson. They just embarrass San Francisco. And that's, again, the strong safety that I think he might have even had a pick earlier in the game. He knocks it away.
Well, like I said, when it rains, it pours, it deluges, and Cleveland has seen it all.
Cleveland, was that?
I'm sorry. Freudian slip. Sorry.
Oh my! Oh, It's only funny because they're 0-8. I'm not trying to dog it. I mean, it is what it is. They're 0-8. They're
My bad, Cleveland.
Oh my goodness, that was.
But that is going to be a long plane ride for San Francisco.
Especially now because you have the #1 team, coming into your house. You got blasted by them earlier this year. You want to protect your home field. San Francisco is going to be hosting the championship game this year. And isn't it funny, Greg? The NFL does the same thing. They announce who's going to be hosting the Super Bowl. And the team that's hosting never makes it.
I would make sure that they wouldn't be using my stadium to host.
But you know what I mean? Isn't that crazy? And it's the same thing in the SFL. There has never been a team awarded the championship game that has ended up hosting the championship game.
I think it's karma.
Yeah.
Just not going to happen.
You get the extra revenue, but you don't get your team in the championship game. I guess that's the trade-off. 3rd and 15. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the New York Night Radio Network. The backups are in now.
Grab a seat. This is 105.9 WFRD Hillbilly Radio, the Round Table, Buffalo.
So the handoff. Oh, my goodness. The backups are even still doing work. Got 5. It's going to be 4th down, though, in San Francisco. Bless their heart. They need to make that a hashtag. They're going to call a timeout and extend this out a little longer.
What they need to do is get the ball, get in that victory formation, call it a day, tuck their tail between their legs, get on that plane, go back to San Fran. And
now, we haven't talked about this much, but this is the beauty of next season. And this is the beauty of what we're going to be doing here in the Simulation Football League. If you've got a game that has gone sour, you know, whether it's us doing it or whether it's, you know, a game on another channel, you've got other games. You've got other great close games. Imagine if Tallahassee and Cleveland was on another channel right now at the end of the game.
That would have been nice today.
It would have been nice today. We could have been watching that game. We could have been keeping people updated on what was going on. That's the future.
Right.
We have the ability. Tuiasosopo does not. 2-yard per carry today. And I haven't seen Keanu Tuiasosopo have a game that bad in a long, long time.
Oh, my.
You're just going to have to let it go, Gray. He's not going to listen to you today. He's done. He's packed it in.
Yeah, if it wasn't for bad luck, they wouldn't have any luck at all, though.
Hart flips it outside to Tuiasosopo, and that goes for no gain.
Let's just prolong the agony, Tui, by running out of bounds.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I mean, I understand, you know, the offensive coordinator for the Bulldogs is Colin Northrup, and I understand. I mean, you know, this is just one of those days where the doors got blown off, and it just wasn't his offensive day today.
Offside free play. Brunson turns the corner, gets the first down.
Conversely, the D coordinator for the Knights, A.J. Caswell, man, I don't know what you put in their drinks, but it worked.
Yeah, on the money today, and you know that now, you know that week 12, it's about who's getting home field. You know, it's about, because it's huge. Now, we've seen plenty of teams on the road, you know, win playoff games in this league. There's no doubt about that. But just to be at home is so crucial, especially for a team like the New York Knights. I'm trying to think if there's a team in the league that I feel like plays way better at home than on the road, like New York, like San Francisco. I can't think of anybody at the moment. At least within the playoff teams, that pass is incomplete. I think.
Maybe.
Oh, but they threw 6 picks at home against Baltimore.
Oh, that's true.
You know, I mean, they've done that on the road and at home, you know, Louisville, they're #1 team,
right.
So we already know they're gonna get a home game. But Louisville at home, I mean, no one's been able to stop them. In the first half, they've scored on almost every possession. I mean, you can't even get them off the field.
They're tough. They're tough not to crack. They are so well balanced.
Yeah, and that's the difference. And it's loud as heck in that dome.
Yeah.
It's those fans are rabid dogs. I mean, they get after it.
I think they're piping in sound through the speaker.
Yeah, maybe so. 1st and 10 of the 45. Triple coverage. What a catch! That was Donald Miller. That was the best grab of the day.
Yeah. They're going to impress us with 49 seconds left in the game.
The Dragons also finished undefeated at home, so they've been a very good home team as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's going to be interesting. But what's even more interesting is, you know, what happens when the Dragons play the Pride. I haven't seen that matchup all year. It's the first, you know, it's cross conference. It's playoff time, baby. I mean, you got 2 teams. I mean, all you've got is your film. You're filming your strategy.
That's what's exciting about it. Going into the playoffs. Teams that haven't met before, we get a chance to see them finally match up.
That pass was caught by San Francisco. Nearly picked off, and they kept it off the tip. 37 seconds to go. San Francisco trying to get that ugly 2 off the board, and that pass is caught inside the 9, and New York is just in a prevent now.
But now, San Francisco will have a chance to go have a long off season. They'll have a chance to figure out what they did wrong, what they need to do to get better, what moves or what changes do they need to make, and especially when it comes to game planning for teams like the Knights. I think Knights just caught them flat-footed, which is surprising considering the 3 games they had prior against each other.
And I don't really think that San Francisco's personnel on the offensive side of the ball is that bad.
I don't either.
I think that Jasper Hart is a capable guy. I think you've got to get Miller more involved. Is that pass going to be caught for a touchdown? That is a non-star over the middle of the field. I believe it's Byram. And San Francisco gets a garbage time touchdown. Hats off to them.
All right. That was a good catch.
Got to find my San Francisco touchdown graphic. I didn't know if it was still there. Go for 2. Ah.
No, they want to do that. They might put Park Heat-Chul back in.
How much you want to bet San Francisco onside kicks?
Oh, they will. They will.
It's the fans don't like it. If you're the San Francisco coaching staff, you have to preach to your guys that you got to keep playing no matter what.
Yeah. Never say die. We're in the Alamos, guys. We can win this.
48-9. San Francisco beaten to a pulp, and it's so. Isn't it fascinating? Cleveland, Tallahassee. That's not going to be a good game. And that is going to be recovered by San Francisco. Here we go. Oh, if you could see the look on Greg's face after that recovery. Oh, first down, Bulldogs. But yeah, cross-conference potential. It was exciting. It's exciting taking that next chapter forward with all the new announcements, with all the stuff going on this off season. We'll have a nice long off season. Hopefully, we'll be broadcasting a rookie draft on Twitch. Hopefully, we'll be broadcasting an expansion draft. We'll be broadcasting at some point. The new teams. Who's coming into the fold. New conferences, because you also have to remember, every year in the SFL, the conferences change.
Yeah.
And everybody, the people shift, and you've got, you may have, Minneapolis and Louisville in, Orlando and Honolulu's conference, and matchups that we haven't seen in a year, and that's going to be interesting just to see, the difference.
It's going to be exciting.
2nd and 10 of the 42. Dan and Peter will have post-game highlights and final stats. And we'll come back for a very brief wrap-up. Hart down the middle of the field. That pass is caught by Miller to the 39-yard line. San Francisco takes their last time out. NY Knights asks if we'll be broadcasting in Spanish in 2016.
Will I be broadcasting in Spanish? I'm going to be broadcasting in Pig Latin. I'm fluent, by the way.
Let's hear some.
Ooh-yay. Okay. Out. Okay. Maybe I'm not fluent.
I had to call you out for that one. Hail Mary formation here for San Francisco. They're going to just chuck it to the end zone 3 straight times. Hey, yeah, whatever. Why not?
Roll the dice.
And Hart's going to be sacked. And they have no timeouts left, and I believe that's definitely going to be the final play of the ball game. Dan and Peter will wrap things up, and we'll take a look at the final stats. It can't be too pretty. 48-9 on the Sunday Showcase. The Knights all but punched their ticket to the postseason for the 3rd straight summer in a row.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Knights come out on top 48-9. With this one in the books, let's take a look back at some of the action. That was an exciting game. So let's not waste any time in getting to the highlights in our post-game show. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Number 33 bounces this one to the outside, and he's got some room to maneuver out there. That set up a 47-yard field goal. The Knights have opened it up and now lead by 34. Midway through the third, all at their own 31. Number 90 would snuff out a drive on this one as he's there to recover the fumble. Towards the end of the third quarter, the Knights leading by 34. Blackwell would break through with a big play here as he shot through the line and was able to wrap his man up in the end zone for a safety. The Knights, end of the third quarter, number 82 came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. A 46-yard play that set up a home team touchdown. The Knights up 41-2. Number 45 would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Later on in the fourth quarter, the Knights inside the red zone. Number 33 would let his big old offensive line pave the way on this one. An 18-yard touchdown for the home team. Midway through the fourth, the Bulldogs back by 46. Number 45 shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The Knights have it off an interception. Number 3 went to the air trying to convert on third down, and he found his man. Unfortunately, they could not capitalize on the play. The Knights up 48-2. Number 7 would find his target on this one. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on the big play, and they turned the ball over on down. Late into the fourth quarter, already in the red zone, number 7 needed to be on target here, and he was. An 8-yard touchdown for the visitors. Coming up on the end of the game, the Bulldogs trailing by 39. Number 7 connected with his man on this one, and that's how we'll round this one out. The Knights win big, 48-9. So then, it's time to give recognition to our 2K Sports Player of the Game.
Number 33 proved once again why he's one of the best. What a performance! And I have no doubt that this isn't the last time he'll showcase his talent. We'll be hearing much more from this guy as time goes on.
For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Finally, it's a wrap from Buffalo, New York. An exciting day for the SFL, not necessarily an exciting game. 48-9, and when you look back at this ball game, that 21-0 first quarter 5-play bonanza from Parkee Chol, let's be honest, it was impossible to come back from that. 270 yards to 511 for New York. Final thoughts on everything today, New York, and the postseason moving forward?
Oh, I'm looking forward to the postseason. Today's game was just like, New York is concerned. I'm looking forward to the postseason, for the playoff, for the championship, and I'm really looking forward to next season.
We'll find out if New York, Baltimore, Tallahassee, and D.C. clinch tomorrow if Honolulu falls to the Orlando Intimidators. If they don't, and they go to 4-3, oh man, it could get real testy there on week number 12. And we're all fired up to bring it to you. From all of us at Metro Stadium in Buffalo, New York, alongside Greg Morris, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and this has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. Check out simulationfl.com to see what all the fuss was about, and make sure to go on our YouTube channel and hit the like button on that video and start sharing it, because it doesn't matter how many new faces we've got places for them. So come on in and have some fun with us. The SFL 48-9 New York makes San Francisco want to forget. Good night, everybody.
Peace.